The world of Genshin is a constantly evolving engine with loads of new goodies being thrown into the mix every year. So if you're entirely new or even a returning player, we've bundled all the essential information needed to kickstart your journey in Teyvat in 2025. Let's get cooking. So once you're through the tutorial and good to start running and slashing, we suggest diving into the main story head first. This will be called the Archon Quest. The Archon Quest will be your best bet for getting up to speed with the basics, including fighting, exploring, game mechanics, and everything else. Once you gain enough experience and hit Adventure Rank 12, that's when the daily commissions unlock. These are going to be your best way of gaining Primogems, which are used to buy Fate, the primary currency for acquiring characters or weapons. For those of you who don't know, Genshin Impact utilizes a gacha system to rule for all the good stuff. New banners pop up every now and then, so it's best to be stocked up on Fate if you want the latest. Next, give in to your intrusive thoughts and explore the land. Go wherever you can, open whatever chests you can, and activate as many teleport waypoints as you can. Trust us, you'll be accumulating loads of adventure XP. Also, there is a very vibrant battle pass with 50 premium and free tier levels ready to be unlocked, so if you plan to tackle those, get ready to make a daily calendar of activities, starting with daily commissions, expeditions, battle pass challenges, and logging into Hoyo Lab for free rewards. Most of this stuff resets at 4 AM on each region's server every day, so plan accordingly. Oh, and when you reach Adventure Rank 24, you unlock the Adventure Encounter system, where you earn encounter points that can replace your daily commissions. That wraps up the daily grind. Let's move on next to leveling up your characters. There are technically a few ways to level up your characters in Genshin Impact, but you should only really use one of them. And no, it's not by defeating enemies, although that nets you a respectable amount. It's actually by using experience books called Wanderer's Advice, Adventurer's Experience, and Hero's Wit. Wanderer's Advice gets you 1000 XP, Adventurer's Experience gets you 5000 XP, and Hero's Wit blasts you with a whopping 20,000 XP. So it's pretty evident which of these three you should be focusing on. These experience books are usually rewarded in limited time events, but you can also get them from various regular quests in the game. To use these books, you need to go to the character menu and then select the level up button displayed in the lower right hand corner of the screen. Keep in mind though that every character will hit a level cap every 10 or 20 levels, at which point you'll need to ascend them before they can be leveled up any further. Ascension requires unique materials dropped from defeating regular enemies and bosses, so as long as you're good on the fighting bit, getting those materials should be a piece of cake. Moving on next to artifacts. Artifacts are items you give characters to raise their stats, but they also have bonus effects if you equip them as 2-piece and 4-piece sets. If you've ever played a Final Fantasy game, it's pretty similar to the accessories on there. But there's a boatload of artifacts in Genshin and they can overwhelm you early on if you're not careful. You'll only have lower rarity sets near the start, but that's perfectly fine for the level of enemies you'll be against. If you do have a lot of repeats, that's the point where you should pay attention to the main stat and substat numbers. Artifacts can raise your character's attack, health, critical hit, elemental recharge, and elemental mastery capabilities. But honestly, you can skip on artifacts in the early game till the challenging bosses show up and save yourself a world of headache. A player's adventure rank and their world level are interlinked. So once you start raking in ranks, your world level is gonna go up, resulting in harder bosses and better rewards. And you better be packing some good firepower, because when you get to a high enough adventure rank, you'll have to complete a quest to increase your world level as well. At some point in time, you're going to wonder what the crescent moon symbol in the upper right hand of your map is. This is original Resin, and it's the base currency you'll be using to claim rewards for taking on domains, leyline outcrops, and bosses. Basically the same places you'll find purple experience books, artifacts, and ascension materials. Original Resin replenishes every day at a rate of 1 every 8 minutes, capping out at 200. Next in line is the Spiral Abyss. This mystical place is unlocked at Adventure Rank 20 and is accessed from a portal on an island in Musk Reef. You build one or more teams to battle waves of enemies to clear chambers and floors in the abyss. The higher you climb, the harder the enemies become. Simple? Simple. When you complete the permanent floors, you will unlock Abyssal Moonspire, which refreshes its challenges and rewards twice a month. But you don't have to worry about this right off the bat because it's very high level stuff. Let's move on to achievements. These are in-game accolades that reward you with Primogems. visiting their hub menu is a great way to find ways to earn more primogems quickly. You get achievements by completing quests, exploring, opening chests, playing cards, fishing, beating bosses, leveling up. I could keep going, but you get the point. And before we wrap up, let's check out some extra juicy tips and tricks we wish we knew before starting. Alright, so make sure you regularly check on Hoyo Lab's website or app because there are special online activities that could net you more primogems and mora. Then, don't forget to cook whenever you're out and about because meals heal characters and raise their stats. The statues of 7 are an absolute godsend, pun intended. These are where you fast travel to instantly heal your party or bring Oculus collectibles found floating in every region. Always pull up the Adventurer's Handbook before setting out on your next adventure. This book gives you a good set of goals to work towards at the beginning, but will also tell you where to find specific types of enemies. This is useful if you need to farm resources and are looking for enemies that drop them. Next, don't spend primogems on a quaint fate. This type of fate is used to wish for stuff in the permanent banner, but considering the same stuff also pops up in event banners, you can just funnel intertwined fate and bag both things at the same time. And lastly, 5-star characters and weapons aren't automatically better than the 4 stars. It's honestly all about putting together the best teams that work well together in Genshin Impact. A team of 4 stars who dish out more damage by activating and combining elements or healing and shielding is far more desirable than only using a 5-star with good damage stats but lackluster support from the rest of the team. There's always a lot of things going on at once in Genshin Impact, but over time, you will get used to it when you start to understand the basics. So go out there and get cracking.